Here we have the 2022 Epure Race. So for 2022, EM have made quite a few significant improvements. First of all, the bike now has 6 maps, 3 standard maps, 3 race maps. Now you select those maps with a little switch under here. So when the button is pressed up at the top, it's in race modes. The button's pressed at the bottom, it's standard modes. So for the trials rider who's ridden a petrol bike all their life, they really want the race modes. The difference with those is we have green mode, which is like a 125. Blue is a 250, and now comes with a tick over. So the motor is spinning at 500 RPM. So as soon as you let your clutch out, the bike is off just like a petrol bike, and then you're onto the throttle. This allows for the first movement of the throttle to be smoother, makes the bike grip better, and it carries momentum over cambered hills and over rocks, and just generally helps in riding the bike in general. Red mode, which is like a 300cc, also has tick over. Then new for 2022, we now have the fixed regenerating brake. So we press this in whilst going down a hill, and that puts power back into the battery and brakes through the motor. Now on this model, not as standard, is a PRBR. This is an extra that we've fitted to the bike to be able to demonstrate to you today what it does. So as you're going down a hill, you can pull this in a little bit, and this is a progressive regenerating brake. So pulling a little bit, brakes a little bit. Pull it in a lot, brakes a lot. So as you're pulling that in, it's braking through the motor and putting power back into the battery. You pull that lanyard off and it goes back to neutral. So just to recap, the standard modes have neutral is white, green is like a 125, blue is like a 250, red is a 300, they have no tick over. And the race modes have 125, no tick over, blue 250 with a tick over, red 300 with a tick over. So whether you're an experienced rider or an inexperienced rider, you've got the best of both worlds there. Also new for 2022, the race model comes with the blue factory fork clamps, triple clamps. Comes with new steering stops, different settings within the forks. So it's got the aluminium tech forks. It's got a new battery casing, more rigid. It's got a new factory RV rear shock with 3-way compression and rebound adjustment. And then Mark Colomé is a development rider for Electric Motion alongside factory rider Gail Chattignon. They've really tried to develop the power where they've got the power very soft and smooth at the bottom, but then revs out harder at the top, which is fantastic for the British conditions. The bike gripped fantastic in 2021, but in 2022 it's another level again, where that first twister throttle really bites and grips well. On this bike we've fitted a few extras. We've also got the S3 bar ends, S3 master cylinder caps, and we've got the carbon fibre guards, frame, motor, swing arm and clutch cover, along with the fork guards from Evolution Carbon. Also an extra on this bike, we've got the S3 chain cam adjusters and the titanium foot pegs from a Pico. So again, these are available to add on with your bike. It also has an Invisi wrap all over the frame, which sits under the frame guards, swing arm guards, and in certain areas just to really look after your bike and protect your investment for the future values. Inch Perfect Trials are the sole UK retailer for Electric Motion, which allows them to sell the bike at a reduced price over what it should be, giving the customer a more competitive price against the petrol counterparts. And they offer a nationwide delivery for £150 no matter where you are in the country. And they also offer a fantastic after-sales service that if there's anything that fails at all, most things are plug and play, so they'll just send you the item down, plug it in, fit it on, send the old one back. But if there's anything major that couldn't be fixed over the phone or with that sort of procedure, they'll send a van down with a courtesy bike, pick your bike up, mend it whilst you're having fun on the courtesy bike, and then swap them back over again. It really is a fantastic service which gives the customer confidence, no matter where they are in the country, that Inch Perfect Trials are there to back them up. They also have a fleet of Epures and Epure Races for people to test ride either on their experience days or on their test days, which are run 7 days a week. We've got 100 acres of land, and we have the Trials Park, forest trail through the wood, streams, hill climbs, rocks. So you've got every type of terrain to test the bike on to give you confidence. And there's also exciting things in the pipeline with an e-trial series and test days around the country. So keep an eye out on the EM UK Facebook pages and Inch Perfect Trials Instagram and Facebook pages for the latest updates. Now available at 8499 at Inch Perfect Trials.